Hello. Hello? You should come out. You should. You are late. Yes, you are. Yep.
We're currently in the San Fernando Valley. We're going to visit the location where 10-year-old child actress Judith Barcy was shot and killed along with her mother Maria by a vindictive, drunken slob of a man. This man, her father, killed his own daughter out of nothing but pure spite and jealousy. Judith Barcy was born on June 6, 1978, the only child of Hungarian immigrants, Josef and Maria Barcy. Now, Maria always had an eye for wanting her daughter to be famous, to try to make it in Hollywood. Maybe it was something that she wanted to do, so she's vicariously living out her dreams through her daughter. Oftentimes, it's usually that case. And back in 1983, so Judith right now is about 5 years old, and her mother takes her to a skating rink, and just by dumb luck, air quotes here, dumb luck, this is a skating rink that they used to all the time use to film commercials. So she brings her daughter to the skating rink, so maybe somebody that's going to be shooting whatever commercial or TV show they're doing, maybe they'll see her kid. And so the director of this set notices Judith, and he goes up to her and he tells Maria, "Oh, your daughter's so cute. How old is she?" And Maria says, "She's 5. And the guy was pretty surprised because, well, she looked like she was about 3. See, Judith, I don't know if she had some kind of growth problem or something like that. She would end up taking some kind of hormone treatment to help her grow. She was just very, very small. As a matter of fact, Judith would oftentimes play the characters that were supposed to be like 7 and 8 years old when she was 10. So he immediately signs her, and within the matter of, I don't know, maybe about a month or two, she's already on TV. She gets a job in a Donald Duck orange juice commercial. So after that, she would start getting work left and right. Altogether, she's done at least 70 some odd movies / TV / commercials. And a pretty popular, pretty busy working actress. And she's only, at this time now, 7, 8 years old. A couple of the TV shows that she's been on was Cheers, Punky Brewster. She was on an episode of St. Elsewhere. And she's also did a couple movies, including Jaws, The Revenge. And she also played on a movie called Finn, which is about a man in the military who murders his entire family. She would play the daughter, Karen McDonald. That is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now, for at least the last 5 years. And sadly, little did she know at that time that that role in that movie would become real life. It would become real life because behind the smiles, behind the cute photos, behind the cute voice was a child that was emotionally and physically abused at home. And the abuse was done by no other than Josef Barcy, a drunken slob of a man who was a plumber, full-time plumber, and full-time alcoholic abusing scumbag. Before Judith had got any kind of work. The family, they were on welfare, and Joseph, he did not let Maria work. And sometimes he would get so drunk he couldn't even wake up to get to work. Now, it was only because of Judith and her getting all of that work that the family was able to move to this neighborhood and buy a home. And Joseph would be so jealous, so angry at his daughter because she's bringing in the money. She, quote unquote, is wearing the pants in the family now because she's the one that is bringing in the money. At the time of her murder, she was making about $100,000 a year. And I don't know what parent in their right mind would be jealous of their 10-year-old daughter. But this abuse is affecting not only Maria, but it's greatly affecting Judith. And so Maria makes a plan to get away from this guy. Now, CPS was called to the house on different occasions, but nothing was done. Either there was no signs of abuse, or Maria didn't want to get him even more angry. She didn't want him to, go to jail. She didn't want to press charges. And one day when Judith is on the set of a movie, she freaks out. Like she starts screaming, and she just goes into full meltdown for no reason. No reason that anybody at the time knows. So Maria decides at that time it's time to get her out of here. So secretly, Maria, not telling Joseph, had rented an apartment in the San Fernando Valley, and she was planning on getting a divorce and getting the hell away from this abusive, drunken, mentally deranged lunatic. Now, it is theorized that Joseph discovered Maria's plans on leaving him, and he often would tell his coworker that he wanted to kill his wife. It was almost like not a daily occurrence, but all the time he was just saying how he wished he could kill her. And then his coworker would tell him, like, well, if you kill your wife, what about your daughter? And he would just shrug it off. So on July 25th, 1988, possibly that day, he either found out that she had a secret apartment, or he found out before, and that was the day that he was going to enact his plan. Now, we don't know who was shot and killed first because there's no survivors in this story. But Joseph goes into the bedroom and shoots and kills his 10-year-old daughter. And she would be found in her bedroom, and Maria, his wife, I believe he shot her like in the hallway. Then he gets a can of gasoline and douses both bodies, and then sets the house on fire. And then he goes into the garage, and with the same weapon that he used to kill his wife and his daughter, he puts the gun to his head and pulls the trigger. This is the house that the murders occurred in. There's a lot of bad energy coming out of this house right here, and that would be the garage where he took his own life. Just because he's jealous and jealous of his own daughter. What kind of sick creep. But yep, that's where it all happened.